What is going on, everybody? This is, of course, your boy Bernie here, along with Pete and Brad.
What's up, Bernie?
What it do?
And today, guys, we're doing something a little bit different. Obviously, we usually do this stuff live, but we're going through a couple of changes here on the charge, and also doing some other things behind the scenes. And when we're ready to let you guys know about it, we will. But we wanted to give you guys a preview, a prediction show of the NBA season. Of course, it's just around the corner. I believe the first game is in October. I think October 30th. Am I right on that, guys?
No. It's a week before that. The first game is the 24th of the regular season. And I actually think we start getting games on October 5th. We get some preseason stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. 2 weeks away.
It's a couple weeks away. We're excited. September's almost done. We're getting into October. Best time of year. Basketball starts. So what better way to get the thing rolling, get the ball rolling, than talking about a preview and prediction show? So let's get right into it. Alrighty. And guys, I kind of just have the team listed up here. Would it make sense to do like a tier list and kind of do it that way? Or should we just kind of talk about each team and let it go from there?
I'm down for a tier list. The way I did it was I split them up by like win potential.
Yeah, that's usually how I think of it. But let's do a tier list, because then we could just basically turn the tiers into win brackets, like how many minimum wins or whatever.
All right. So why don't you guys start it? I'll have that in the background working on that just to quickly put it together. Brad, why don't you talk about a team that you're excited for, or like what team you want to start with? And we'll talk about that for a little bit.
I think you guys know which team I'm going to say, but my Lakers are looking really nice next year. I mean, on paper, I think they're the deepest team in the league. You know, they added Christian Wood. They re-signed Rui Reeves. They just re-signed Vando, brought back D'Lo on a good contract, all on good contracts. This team is just they're just super deep, you know, and they actually fit as a unit, unlike last year where they had Russ kind of clogging things up. And I think they're going to get off to a hot start because they have, you know, the personnel. They have young guys. They added Jackson Hayes. They have defense. They just have it all. Honestly, spacing. I don't think LeBron has had a Lakers team with this much shooting on it since he got there.
And even then, I don't think that team was anywhere near as ready as this team is to compete. That's, I mean,
exactly
obvious in retrospect, but even then, it's just, you know, I think like somebody like Reeves. I mean, I know he's been the talk of the summer as far as this Lakers squad is concerned, but I think it's foolish to assume this guy isn't going to take another jump this regular season. I mean, look at how many times we've seen these guys go to these international tournaments and come back with a whole new perspective and a whole new outlook. And I think that like the instant buy-in, and this is maybe I'm stretching my imagination a little bit here, but I do think it's interesting to see, like, LeBron was very ready to announce he was going to play in the Olympics, right? Especially after, you know, seeing the US lose. But I think he was super tuned into that. Like, he's watching that not just for the overall like state of United States basketball, but he's checking in with his guy too. You know, he's seeing Reeves turn up this offseason, go to another level, and I would not be surprised if Reeves is like genuinely borderline all-star this season. That might be a bold take, but I do think he's going to be consistent enough on a nightly basis, and he's going to end up being probably the guy that plays the most games on this team, like of their big three. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to be very, very intrigued to see what his role is in this offense, what the team's just like overall like perspective on him is, because really that's going to be the question with these guys. Is AD going to have that season that we've always wanted to see from him, that MVP, you know, takeover season? Or is it actually just going to be, not saying Reeves is going to go for an MVP, but is he going to be like that guy that just takes over on a nightly basis for LeBron? You know, I think that's not off the table for this team.
Yeah. I mean, what I do enjoy about the Lakers, and just I kind of made a tier list here really quick. So NBA champ, NBA playoffs, league pass worthy, it's a mid-off, and lottery bound is the categories that I've put together. So you guys are saying for the Lakers really quick, we're going NBA champ?
Yeah, I think they're definitely.
Yeah. But just really quick, I do enjoy the Lakers. I think it's going to be more of a team effort this year. Like Brad was saying, like the amount of talent that they got around LeBron and AD, I don't necessarily think AD has to go off for as much as he does. And I think it allows him also an opportunity, even with the new rules about resting star players. It does give him a chance to not be a lot of wear and tear on his body too. So I think that that's kind of the reason why they signed all these guys. And I think LeBron did a good job there.
Yeah, and I one other thing I would say too is I actually think a lot of the young dudes on this team are like undervalued pretty greatly. Like even like Bernie, I know this is going to be music to your ears. Like the Max Christies of the world, like those dudes.
Sure.
Max Christie has a role on a lot of teams, and honestly, I'm going to be surprised. I'm going to be interested to see what he ends up, shaking out this season. But they're crazy deep. Like we can't even understate that enough. They're huge. They have like legitimate ball handlers and scorers at every level of the team. It's going to be really, really interesting to see how this Lakers team can like hold up. If they can hang in like health wise, I think they're the best team. I agree with you, Brad. I think they have all the right pieces.
I'm excited for this season. I'm mostly excited to see how Darvin Ham like constructs their defense because they have the personnel around AD. So they should be like
Yeah.
a top 10 defense pretty easily.
Yep.
I would be surprised if they're not.